everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube station on this Sunday morning here in Massachusetts. Hope all is well. Going to bring you a Red Sox game from 1966 between the Boston Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians. Welcome to Cleveland Stadium for today's game between Boston and Cleveland. Jim Lonborg starts for the Red Sox. He's made one start on the year with a no decision, and it didn't go too well as his ERA is 12.60. He'll be opposed by Tiant for Cleveland. It's his first start of the year. It's 55 degrees, wind speed 2 miles per hour, out to left center field. In retro baseball time and date, it's April 17th, 1966, and once again we're at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. So let's play ball. Quickly go through the Red Sox lineup. We have Green in center field, batting first. Dalton Jones batting second, playing second base. Batting third, the left fielder, Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Tony Caligiero. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Joe Foy. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, Rico Petrocelli. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Tillman. Batting eighth and playing first base is George C. Scott. And batting ninth and doing the pitching is Gentleman Jim Lonborg. Now for Cleveland, on the hill, before he became a Red Sox, Luis Tiant, El Tiante. In 1966, he was 12 wins, 11 losses. His earned run average was 2.79. Batting average against, 213. So obviously Cleveland that year did not give him much run support, because those are excellent numbers there. His battery mate doing the catching, Duke Sims. Average catcher with a poor arm. So we got opportunities to run against him, though the 1966 Red Sox didn't steal many bases. At third base, Max Alvis, above average. At shortstop, Larry Brown, very poor shortstop defensively. At second base, Pedro Gonzalez, above average. And at first base, Bill Davis, very poor defensive first baseman. Rating system goes 1 through 10. In left field, Leon Wagner, again very poor defensively and a horrible arm. In center field, Vic Davio, good solid center fielder, below average arm. And in right field, Rocky Colavito, average right fielder with an excellent arm. So leading off is Lenny Green. And on the retro season, he's hitting .333, no home runs, and 3 RBIs. Green in 1966 hit .241, 1 home run, 12 RBIs. Green will be taking. Ball 1 by Tiant. Green to take again. Ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. Tiant sets and delivers. Strike 1, 2-1 count, Green to swing away, and grounder to short, and that is an out. That went Brown to Davis, 1 away. Now up the left-handed hitting Dalton Jones, who's hitting .400 in the retro season, 1 home run and 4 RBIs. Handles the bat quite well, excellent with hit and run, that's why we have him batting second. In 1966, he hit .234, 4 home runs, 23 RBIs, and he hit .236 off right-handed pitching. Jones to swing away. And that ball is sent out to shallow left field and caught by Wagner. 2 outs. So Tiant gets the first 2 batters. Now up the dangerous Carl Yastrzemski. On the retro season, he's hitting .375, no home runs, and 2 RBIs. In 1966, he hit .278, 16 home runs, and 80 RBIs. And he hit .301 off right-handed pitching. Yaz will be taking. Ball 1. He'll take again. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Here's the windup and the pitch by Tiant. That ball's grounded to second, inning over. So we go to the bottom of the first. And let's go through Cleveland's lineup quite quickly. Leading off, playing center field, Vic Davio. Batting second, playing third base, is Alvis. Batting third, playing left field, is Leon Wagner. Batting fourth, playing right field, is Rocky Colavito. Batting fifth, playing first base, is Davis. Batting sixth, playing second base, is Pedro Gonzalez. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, is Brown. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Duke Sims. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Louis Tiant. Opposing the Cleveland Indians on the mound is gentleman Jim Lonborg. In 1966, he had a .500 record. He went 10-10, struck out 131, walked 55, ERA of 3.86, batting average against 249 for opponents. His battery mate doing the catching, Bob Tillman, average catcher with a poor arm. At third base, Joe Foy, below average. At shortstop, Rico Petrocelli, another below average fielder on the left side. At second base, Dalton Jones, average second baseman. And the best defensive infielder of the lot, George C. Scott, defensive rating of a 7, which is quite good. In the outfield, you have Carl Yastrzemski, outstanding outfielder. In center field, you have Lenny Green, above average center fielder, actually quite good, 7, below average arm to poor, 3. And in right field, you have Tony Caligiero, average right fielder with an above average arm. So Davio to lead off. Retro season, he's hitting .364, no home runs, 1 RBI. In 1966, he actually hit .250, 3 homers, 19 RBIs, and .267 off right-handed pitching. Here's the windup and the pitch by Lonborg. Ground ball to second, 1 away, so that went Jones to Scott. Now up for Cleveland, Max Alvis, third baseman, scuffling a little bit here at the beginning of the season, only batting 100, no home runs and 1 RBI. In 1966, he actually batted .245, 3 homers and 17 RBIs, and he hit .241 off right-handed pitching. Lonborg, batting average against righties is .239 and off lefties is .262. Lonborg sets and delivers to Alvis. That ball is sent out to left field, but making a fine running catch is Yastrzemski in left center, 2 away. So with 2 outs, Leon Wagner, Cleveland's left fielder, steps to the plate. On the retro season, hitting .222, 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. In 1966, he hit .279, 23 home runs, 66 RBIs, and he batted .286 off right-handed pitching. Lonborg sets and delivers. That ball sent deep to right, off the wall, and Caligiero plays it off the wall, and Wagner has a double. Wagner has speed of 5 and a very good base stealer, 71%. He stole 5 bases in 1966. Brings up the dangerous Rocky Colavito. RBI opportunity here for Rocky Colavito. He's hitting .300 in the retro season, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. In 1966, he batted .238, 30 home runs and 72 RBIs, and he batted .246 off right-handed pitching. Here's the windup and the pitch to Colavito. And that ball is lined, and Scott makes a diving catch to end the inning and save an RBI there. So we go to the top of the second, no score. Leading off for the Red Sox, Tony Caligiero. Retro season, he's hitting .273, 1 home run and 3 RBIs. In 1966, he hit .265, 28 home runs and 93 RBIs. He hit .263 off right-handed pitching. Tony C to take. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. He'll be swinging away. Here's the pitch by Tiant. And he strikes out Tony C. 1 away. Joe Foy steps to the plate for the Red Sox. The third baseman on the retro season, hitting .308, no home runs, no RBIs. In In 1966, he hit 262, 15 home runs, 63 RBIs, and hit 267 off right-handed pitching. Foy to swing away. Here's the pitch by El Tiante. And that ball is lined to the shortstop, Brown, who makes the catch. 2 away. Brings up Rico Petrocelli. And the retro season's hitting .333, no home runs, 2 RBIs. In 1966, he hit .238, 18 home runs, 59 RBIs, and batted .257 off right-handed pitching. Petrocelli to swing away. The windup and the pitch to Rico. And that ball is sent deep to center field, but caught. Fine running catch by Vic Davio. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Leading off for Cleveland, Bill Davis. Retro season hitting .400, 1 home run, 1 RBI. 1966, not a good year for Bill Davis. Batted .158, 1 home run, and 4 RBIs, so he's pretty much maxed out on his home runs, and he only batted .162 against right-handers. Lonborg sets and delivers to Davis. And he loops in a single into right field. So a leadoff single by Bill Davis, below average speed, not a threat to steal. Now up, Pedro Gonzalez. Retro season hitting .250, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Good hit and run man here. Handles the bat well. 7 rating for hit and run. Below average with the bunt though. In 1966, he had .233, 2 home runs and 17 RBIs, and batted .204 off right-handed pitching. We're going to go aggressive against Gonzalez. Here's the pitch by Lonborg. Grounded to Foy. This could be a double play ball. No, they only get the lead runner. So 1 away. Lead runner is wiped out in Davis. Gonzalez reaches on the fielder's choice. And that brings the plate shortstop, right-handed batter Larry Brown. Retro season again, scuffling. 111, no home runs, no RBIs. He had .229 in 1966, 3 home runs and 17 RBIs. Batted .190 against right-handed pitching. We're going to go aggressive here. Here's the pitch by Lonborg. And Gonzalez steals second base. So he's in scoring position with 1 out as Tillman couldn't throw him out. Count is no balls, 1 strike. We're going to go aggressive to Brown. That ball is sent to left field. Yastrzemski catches it. Gonzalez retreats back to second. So there's 2 outs. Gonzalez at second. And now at the plate, Cleveland catcher Duke Sims, who's 0 for 1 on the season. And in 1966, he had .263, 6 home runs, 19 RBIs. He batted .268 off right-handed pitching. Gonzalez at second. Here's the windup and the pitch by Lonborg. And he walks him on the 3-1 count. First and second, 2 away. Lonborg in a little bit of trouble here, but the pitcher Louis Tiant's up. So an opportunity to get out of this little jam. Tiant, first appearance, no at-bats. And in 1966, as the pitchers hit back then, he batted .111. No home runs, 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Louis Tiant. And he strikes him out to end the inning. We go to the top of the third, no score in this early pitcher's duel. To face Tiant, in the top of the third, Red Sox catcher Bill Tillman. He's hitting .429 early on in the retro season. No home runs, 1 RBI. In 1966, Tillman hit .230, 3 home runs, 24 RBIs, and batted .247 off right-handed pitching. Tillman to take. Ball 1. We'll take again. Here's the pitch by Tiant. Ball 2, 2-0 count. Tillman to swing away. Here's the pitch. And he strikes out, so Tiant battles back from a 2-ball no strike count to K. Tillman. 1 away. George Scott steps to the plate, first baseman. He's also scuffling early on in this retro replay. only batting 154, no home runs, no RBIs. 1966 batted 245, 27 homers and 90 RBIs. He batted 240 against right-handed pitching. Here's the pitch to Scott. And that ball is a double into center field. So Scott has a one-out double, and it's going to bring up the pitcher, Jim Lonborg, who is 0 for 2 on the season. And in 1966, he batted .093, no homers, no RBIs. Excellent sacrifice bunt man here, and that's what we're going to do. With 2 outs, we're going to try to get Scott over to third. With 1 out, try to get Scott over to third. So we're going to go sacrifice bunt here. And it works. They get Lonborg at first. Scott moves over to third. Now at least a wild pitch. He can score. A base hit, he'll definitely score. So Lenny Green has an RBI opportunity here. 308 on the season. No homers. 3 RBI. 0 for 1 today. He grounded to short. Here's the pitch to Green. And he strikes out! So we go to the bottom of the third. Red Sox couldn't knock in Scott from third. Still no score. Leading off for Cleveland in the bottom of the third, Vic Davio. 0 for 1 today. Grounded to second in the first. Here's the pitch by Lonborg. That ball sent to right field, and Calignero makes the catch for 1 away. Now up for Cleveland, Max Alvis, their third baseman, right-handed hitter, 0 for 1. Fly to deep left center. Here's the pitch by Lonborg. Grounder to Foy, over to Scott, 2 away. So there's 2 outs, and Leon Wagner will step to the plate, left-handed batter. The left fielder is 1 for 1. He doubled in the first inning. Here's the windup and the pitch to Wagner. That's popped up to Dalton Jones. He makes the catch. Inning over. Top of the fourth, still no score. Leading off is Dalton Jones. Jones is 0 for 1 today. Fly to shallow left. He'll be taking. Tiant sets and delivers. Ball 1. He'll be taking again. Strike, 1-1 count. Jones to swing away. And he strikes out. So Tiant is on his game today. Another strikeout for Louis Tiant. Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Grounded to second his first time out. Here's the pitch to Yaz. And he strikes out. Back-to-back Ks by El Tiante. Tony Calignero steps to the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out from the second. Here's the pitch to Tony C. Strike 1. Tiant leads him off with a strike. Tony C to the swing away. That ball's popped up to third. Inning over. Cleveland fans cheer the tremendous effort by Louis Tiant. Bottom of the fourth, still no score. Leading off for Cleveland, their right fielder, Rocky Colavito. 0 for 1. Line to first. Lonborg sets and delivers. And he lines the first again. 1 away. Left-handed batter Bill Davis steps to the plate. First baseman's is 1 for 1 today. He looped in a single to right. Lonborg sets and delivers. We're gonna go aggressive. And that's a pop-up to Petrocelli in shallow left field. He makes the catch. Nice running play by Petrocelli. 2 away. Pedro Gonzalez steps to the plate. 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice. Lonborg sets and delivers. We're gonna go aggressive. And a line out to Scott. Inning over. Scott's been pretty busy there over at the reverse hot corner. First base, as third base is usually the hot corner. Joe Foy to lead off the top of the fifth in the scoreless pitchers duel. Foy 0 for 1. Line to short. He'll be swinging away. Here's the pitch by Louis Tiant. And he strikes out. Wow, Tiant is on fire. Now up Rico Petrocelli. He's 0 for 1. Fly to deep right center. He'll be swinging away. Tiant sets and delivers. And that ball sent deep again, but caught. Again in right center by Davio. 2 outs. That'll bring the Red Sox catcher Bob Tillman to the plate. 0 for 1. Struck out in the third. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch by Tiant. Ball 1. He'll take again. 1-1 count. Tillman to swing away. And that's ripped into left field, but caught to end the inning. A fine catch by Wagner. We go to the bottom of the fifth, no score. Leading off for Cleveland, their shortstop Larry Brown, 0 for 1 today. The right-handed batter flied to left center in the second. The windup and the pitch by gentleman Jim Lonborg. And he strikes him out. Now up, the left-handed batting catcher Duke Sims. He walked in the second. Tillman flashes a sign. Here's the pitch by Lonborg. And that's off the wall, and that's going to be a double. So a one-out double. Cleveland has a runner in scoring position. Louis Tiant comes up. We're going to go aggressive. Here's the pitch. It's a bunt. Oh, and they get the lead runner. Nice play by Jim Lonborg to gun out. Sims going to third. He quickly pounced on that bunt by Tiant. Threw to Foy, who applied the tag. 2 outs. Tiant's at first. And now up, their center fielder for Cleveland, the left-handed batting Vic Davio, 0 for 2 today. Grounded out in the first and flew out deep in the third. Here's the windup and the pitch to Davio. And that's blooped out in the center for a single. Tiant goes first to third as he was running on contact. So Lonborg in a bit of a jam here with 2 outs. Tiant at third, Davio at first. He is a threat to steal. That brings up Max Alvis with an RBI opportunity here for the third baseman. 0 for 2 today. Fly deep to center and grounded to third. Alrighty, we're back. Sorry about that slight delay. Good morning, Elin. Hope all is well. So Alvis is at the plate. There's 2 outs, runners at first and third. RBI opportunity for Alvis. Here's the pitch by Lonborg. And that's grounded into right field. Cleveland takes a 1-0 lead. So again, first and third. Davio's at third. Alvis at first. Leon Wagner steps to the plate. 1 for 2 today. Doubled in the first and popped out in the third. Lonborg rubs up the baseball, gets back on the mound, gets a sign from Tillman. Here's the pitch to Wagner. And that's a line out to the second baseman, Dalton Jones. Inning over, but Cleveland does get a run and takes the lead as we go to the top of the 6th, 1-0. Leading off, George Scott, 1 for 1. Doubled to center in the third. He'll be swinging away. Here's the pitch by El Tiante. And that's going to go Alvis to Davis. 1 away. So if you're scoring at home, that went 5-3. Now bring up Jim Lonborg, the pitcher, 0 for 1 today. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch. Ball 1, he'll take again. 1-1 count, he's going to take. 1 ball, 2 strike, Lonborg to swing away. And he strikes out. You could have put money in the bank on that one. Now bring up The Red Sox center fielder Lenny Green 0 for 2 today. Grounded out and struck out. He'll take. Here's the pitch by Tiant. Ball 1. Green will take again. 1-1 count. Lenny Green's ready to grip and rip. And that ball is whacked back at Tiant. He can't handle it. That's going to be an error. Green reaches with 2 outs. Green below average runner. He did not steal a base in 1966. That's too bad because you can really run on Duke Sims as catching his arm is horrible. Now bring up Dalton Jones. 0 for 2. Fly to left in the first, struck out in the fourth. Jones to take. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. We're going to play some hit and run here, try to find a gap. And he swung and missed, and they throw Green out at second to end the inning. So Dalton Jones will lead off in the top of the 7th when the Red Sox come back up to bat. But we go to the bottom of the 6th with Cleveland clinging to a one-run lead in this pitcher's duel. Rocky Colavito is at the plate. 0 for 2 today. Lined out in the first and lined out in the fourth. Colavito, a dangerous power hitter. Lonborg sets and delivers. And he strikes him out! 1 away. Now up Bill Davis. 1 for 2. He blooped a single in the first and popped out to short. The single was in the second, and then popped out to short in the fourth. Here's the pitch to Bill Davis. And he rips one deep, but making a fine running catch in center is Green. 2 away. That was a nice catch by Lenny Green. So with 2 outs, Lonborg cruising along in this inning. They'll bring up Pedro Gonzalez. 0 for 2 today. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second and lined out in the fourth. Here's the windup and the pitch to the Cleveland second baseman. And he strikes him out to end the inning. So let's just go to see what the strikeout counts are for Lonborg and Tiant. Lonborg has struck out 4 in 6 innings, and Louis Tiant has struck out 7. And Tiant's throwing a 1-hitter. So let's go back to the game. Leading off, as I said, Dalton Jones. He was at the plate when Green was thrown out at second. Yeah, it is a close game, Thielen. So Jones is at the plate, 0 for 2. Fly to left and has struck out. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch by El Tiante. Strike 1. Jones a swing away. And that goes to short. 1 away, so that went Brown to Davis. Cleveland's fans applaud that play, as El Tiante is throwing a 1-hitter, as I stated earlier. Now bring up Carl Yastrzemski. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded to second in the first, struck out in the fourth. Yastrzemski will swing away. Tiant winds and delivers. And that ball's sent to left field, and standing right there is Wagner for out number 2. They'll bring up the power-hitting right fielder for the Red Sox, Tony Caligiero. He's 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the second and popped to third in the fourth inning. Caligiero will take. Strike 1. Tiant leads him off with a strike. Hit the inside corner with that fastball. Here's the pitch to Tony C. And he strikes him out to end the inning. Been a pitcher's duel, as Elon in the chat has said. Close game. And remember to check out Elon's channel, EO Sports League. He does a lot of wonderful stuff there. And he calls a very good game. EO Sports League. Back to the game. Leading off for Cleveland, Larry Brown. Cleveland shortstop, 0 for 2 today. Flew to left center in the second inning and struck out in the fifth inning. Here's the pitch by Lonborg. And that ball is sent to left center, and Lenny Green makes a fine running catch into the left center field gap. Another fine play by Green. 1 away. Duke Sims steps to the plate. 1 for 1 today. Walked in the second and doubled off the wall in the fifth. So seems to have Lonborg's number here. Lonborg sets and delivers. And he walks again! Duke Sims is an average runner. Didn't steal a base in 1966. So Scott's holding him on. There's one out. Tiant is most likely going to bunt. We're going to go aggressive. He puts a bunt down, but it's a successful bunt this time. Sims makes it over to second. Tiant's out, so there's 2 outs. Sims is now in scoring position. The last time Tiant tried to bunt, Lonborg quickly pounced on it, and Sims was at second, and we were able to get him out at third. But not this time. The sacrifice bunt is successful. So with 2 outs, Vic Davio steps to the plate. RBI opportunity here for Vic. 1 for 3 today. Grounded to second in the first, flew out in the third, and singled in the fifth. Dangerous hitter here, left-handed batter. Lonborg sets and delivers to Davio. And that ball's grounded to Dalton Jones. He throws him out. Inning over. We go to the top of the 8th in this pitcher's duel. Ian in the chat says, Hockey Conference Finals today on EO Sports League, so check that out. That's always good stuff, whether you check it out live or on demand. It's fun to be there live, but if you can't make it live, sometimes I can't make it live, I do check it out later on demand. So once again, check out EO Sports Network and catch the action of dealing. So leading off in the top of the 8th in this 1-0 game, Joe Foy, the Red Sox third baseman, 0 for 2 today. Lined to short in the second, struck out in the fifth. Foy will be swinging away. El Tiante has been nasty today for Cleveland. Here's the pitch by Tiant. And that ball sent deep to center, but making a wonderful running catch is Vic Davio, robbing Foy of extra bases. So with 1 out, Rico Petrocelli steps to the plate, 0 for 2. Red Sox shortstop, right-handed batter. In the second, flew deep to right center, and in the fifth, flew deep to right center again. He'd like to fly a little deeper and tie this game up. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli. And that ball's grounded to short. That's out number 2. That went Brown to Davis. So with 2 outs, Bob Tillman steps to the plate. Red Sox catcher 0 for 2. Struck out in the third, lined out to left in the fifth. Here's the pitch by Tiant. And that's ripped into right field for a 2-out single. Now with 1 swing of the bat, the power hitting George Scott can put the Red Sox ahead here in the top of the 8th. Scott's 1 for 2. He doubled in the third and grounded out in the 6th. Scott will be swinging away. Tiant winds and delivers. And that ball is ripped to second base. Inning over. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Lonborg is now at 102 pitches. His threshold is 125. He's looking very sharp. He's pitching excellent game. Let's quickly look at Lonborg's stats here. Lonborg so far 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 2, struck out 4. Tiant's pitched 8 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and struck out 8. Leading off for Cleveland, the third baseman, Max Alvis, 1 for 3 today. Flew out in the first, grounded out in the third, and singled in the fifth. Tillman flashes the sign. Here's the pitch by Gentleman Jim Lonborg. And that's a grounder right back up the middle for a leadoff single. Hello, ID Gesture. How are you doing, buddy? And remember to check out ID Gesture's channel. He's playing this marvelous space simulation game. And my God, ID, Purple just needs to leave you and your friends alone. Purple's always attacking you no matter what civilization game you've been playing. An idea if you could put that game in the chat, because I'm horrible with names, so I can give it a shout out. Remember to check out ID Gesture's channel. Wonderful channel. It's Endless Space 2. Check it out. He's doing a wonderful series on that. And damn you, purple! Alright, so with no outs, Max Alvis is at first base. Average run, base runner. Stolen base opportunity, 36%. He stole 4 bases in 1966. And now pinch hitting is Chuck Hinton. So he's pinch hitting for Wagner. That's an interesting move there, as Wagner. That's an interesting move by the Cleveland manager. So Chuck, the Rifleman Hinton, in the retro seasons, hitting .286, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. In 1966, he had .256, 12 homers, and 50 RBIs. And I can see why they did it now. He's hitting .282 off right-handed batters. But Lonborg is pitching well. He's only given up 6 hits. And here, we're going to go aggressive to Hinton. Here's the pitch by Lonborg. And that ball's popped up and foul. So it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. The windup and the pitch by Gentleman Jim. And that ball's flown out to Yastrzemski, but foul. So 2-2 count will do it all over. Alvis at first. We throw over, but Alvis gets back. Lonborg gets the ball back, rubs it up, gets back on the mound. The windup and the pitch to the Rifleman. And he walked him! So Lonborg struggling a bit here in the top of the 8th. Excuse me. And that brings up the dangerous power-hitting Rocky Colavito, who hit 30 home runs in 1966. 0 for 3 today, though. Lined out in the first, lined out in the 4th, and struck out in the 6th. Alvis is at second. Hinton is at first. Good speed there. So a base hit to the gap could score 2 in this 1-0 game. No outs in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the windup and the pitch to Rocky. And that ball, oh boy, if we make a dive, Green has a 58% chance of catching it. We're going to go for the dive. And he makes the diving catch, saving a run for sure. What a diving catch by Lenny Green. So 1 away. Lonborg's now up to 118 pitches, 125 threshold. Runners at first and second for Cleveland. That brings up Bill Davis, the Cleveland first baseman, who's 1 for 3. Singled in the second, popped out in the 4th, and fly deep to center in the 6th. Big batter here for Lonborg. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he walked him, and that's going to be it for Gentleman Jim, I believe, as the bases go loaded. And Pedro Gonzalez now steps to the plate. Let's go to our bullpen, take a quick look. Alrighty. Our bullpen's not so good. Who has the lowest ERA against right-handers? I mean, lowest average. It's Bucky Brandon, but he just started. Well, I could bring him in. He's good for 20 pitches. Actually, Ken Sanders. Well, we're going to go with Ken Colonel Sanders. Righties are only hitting 182 off of him. Yep. We're going to go with Ken Colonel Sanders. Sanders will enter the game. And Lonborg leads off the next inning, so we don't have to do a double switch. And he'll bat 9th. So Ken Sanders steps to the plate. Very tough situation to step into. Bases loaded. 1 out. Pedro Gonzalez, Cleveland second baseman. 0 for 3. Grounded out in the second. lined out in the 4th, and struck out in the 6th. Sanders in 1966, 3 wins, 6 losses, 2 saves, ERA of 3.80, and batters only hit .213 off of him, and right-handers only hit .182, and Pedro Gonzalez in 1966 only hit .204 off right-handed batters. So we've set it up number-wise. Statistically, we should succeed, but we shall find out. Is this a good double play opportunity here? Well, we're going to have to play the infield in, because I don't think we're going to turn to on Gonzalez. So the infield's in to make sure they cut this runoff at the plate. Here's the windup and the pitch to Gonzalez. And that is blooped into right field. And throw home. We're going to throw home, yes. Safe. And Cleveland now takes a 3-0 lead as Gonzalez bloops in a single which scores 2 runs. So he gets 2 RBIs. And Cleveland has pretty much cemented this game, as Sanders did not come through. Cleveland has runners at 1st and 2nd. Larry Brown steps to the plate, 0 for 3 today. Flied out in the 2nd, struck out in the 5th, and flew out in the 7th. Here's the windup and the pitch by the Colonel. Foul ball. Full count here. Here's the pitch to Brown. Line out to Sanders. We would have liked that a batter earlier. So there's 2 outs. Nice play by Sanders. And that brings up Duke Sims, 1 for 1 today. Sims walked in the 2nd, doubled in the 5th, and walked in the 7th inning. I'm wondering if... Let's go back to our bullpen here. Against lefties. God, does my bullpen stink. Oh, we can come with Dick Raditz. He's actually pretty good against lefties. And Raditz will come in. And he'll go to the 9 spot to bat. Raditz in 1966. No wins, 2 losses, 4 saves. Only pitched 19 innings. I believe he's going to be traded this year. ERA of 4.74, and batters hit 304 off of him. But lefties only hit 219. Duke Sims hits 268 off right-handed pitching. Here's the windup and the pitch by Dick Raditz. And that ball's ripped and gone! A 3-run bomb by Duke Sims. And the Red Sox can kiss this game goodbye as they're now down 6-0. So Dick Raditz did not come through. He gave up a love boat shot there as that ball was hit to the ocean. So with 2 outs, Louis Tiant steps to the plate, 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch by Raditz. And he strikes him out. So we go to the top of the 9th. Cleveland leading 6-0. Oh no, Elon, they were horrible in 1966. There's no one with more than 4 saves. The Red Sox were god-awful. As ID gesture, this makes him happy because ID is not a Red Sox fan. He says in the chat, just as I showed up, Cleveland starts rolling. That's alright, ID. Well, there's sort of an ocean in Cleveland. There's a big lake. ID says there's no ocean in Cleveland. But that's how far he hit it, ID. That's why I called it a love boat shot. Alright, so Dick Raditz is at the plate. He will not hit. We'll go to our bench. And we're going to go... You know what? We're going to go with... Jim Gosger will pinch hit. Gosger on the retro season is 0 for 3. And in 1966 he hit 254 with 5 home runs and 17 RBI. Gosger will be taking. Strike one to the left-handed batter. No balls, one strike. Gosger to swing away. And he rips that ball down to first, but Davis makes a fine play, even though he's a crappy, poopy first baseman at a defensive rating of 2. So, 1 out. Lenny Green steps to the plate. 0 for 3 today. Grounded out in the first, struck out in the third, and grounded out in the 6th. Green to swing away. Here's the pitch by Tiant. And he walks, so Green gets on. Tiant's now up to 102 pitches. His threshold is 130. Dalton Jones steps to the plate. Again, Cleveland has a 6-0 lead here in the top of the 9th. 1 out. Jones 0 for 3. Flew out in the first, struck out in the 4th, and grounded out in the 7th. Jones to take. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch by Tiant. And that ball is ripped deep to right, but making the catch is Rocky Colavito. Tiant is 1 out away now from a complete game shutout. Green's at first base. Yastrzemski comes to the plate. 0 for 3 today. Grounded in the 2nd. Grounded out in the 1st, I'm sorry. Struck out in the 4th and flied to left in the 7th. He'll be swinging away. Here's the pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. And that ball is a single into right field, and Lenny Green goes first to third. So with 2 outs, Yastrzemski's at first, Green's at third. Tony Calignero comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. 1 swing in the back, you cut this Cleveland lead in half. Tony C. struck out in the 2nd, popped out in the 4th, and struck out in the 7th inning. Tony C. to swing away. Tiant winds and delivers. And Calignero singles! And the Red Sox are on the board. At least we're not going to get shut out. So an RBI single for Tony C. as Green scored. Yastrzemski scampers all the way to third. So runners at first and third. Joe Foy steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Has some pop in his bat. Had 15 home runs in 1966. Foy lined out in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 5th inning, and flew out in the 8th inning. The windup and the pitch by Tiant. And Foy sends that ball deep but foul to left field line. It's now a 1 2 strike count. Tiant would love to end this game with a strikeout. Foy doesn't want that to happen. Sims flashes a sign. Tiant whirls and dirls, and here's the pitch. And that ball sent out to right field. Colavito makes the catch. Ball game over. A fine performance by Luis Tiant, and some late hitting by the Cleveland Indians for their 6-1 victory over the Boston Red Sox. And let's get the box score up quickly. Bear with me a moment. So, the winning pitcher is Luis Tiant. He's 1 win, no losses on the season. Jim Lonborg takes the loss. He's 0-1. Player of the game, Luis Tiant. Let's go to the box score here. Bring up another window in OBS. And we'll have the box score up in a moment. There it is. ID Jester says, the game was played the day I was born, so Cleveland should win it for my birthday. Well, that's some good news, at least, ID. A win on your date of birth. I'm happy with that, then. All right, let's fit to the screen. There we go. All right, let's just quickly go to the pitching stats. So Luis Tiant, the player of the game, went 9 innings, 4 hits, gave up 1 run, and it came in the 9th inning. It was earned. He only walked 1 and he struck out 8. He threw 114 pitches. That's like unheard of in this day and age, where pitchers get to about the 85 pitch mark and, they get yanked. Jim Lonborg pitched 7 in the third innings, was pitching well up until the 8th. He gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, walked 4, struck out 4. He threw 123 pitches. Ken Sanders came in the game, 1 hit, 1 run, it was earned. And then Raditz came in, 1 hit, 1 run, it was earned. And he gave up a home run, which went out to the Lake Ocean in Cleveland, and struck out 1. Let's go to the batting quickly. Batting star for Cleveland was their second baseman Gonzalez. He knocked in 2 runs, 1 for 4. That was a big RBI he had. I believe that was in the 8th. And Duke Sims actually had a tremendous day. 2 for 2, scored a run, knocked in 3 runs, walked twice, doubled and homered. So he was really the offensive star for Cleveland. For the Red Sox, they scored 1 run. And who had the RBI? It was Caligiero in the top of the 9th. That's right, he singled in the run. All right, let's go to the recap. In the 5th, Cleveland scored a run. Max Alvis singled, scoring Tiant to take the lead 1-0. And then in the 8th, the big inning, basically put the game away for Cleveland. Cleveland sent 8 batters to the plate, scoring 5 runs on 3 hits and 2 walks. Pedro Gonzalez singled, scoring 2 runs. That made it 3-0 Cleveland. And Duke Sims hit a bomb, a love boat shot to the ocean. A 3-run homer to make it 6-0. In the 9th, Red Sox get 1 back on the Tony Caligiero signal with Green scoring. And that's about it here at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. Retro time, April 17th, 1966. The Cleveland Indians defeat the Boston Red Sox 6-1. So the Boston Red Sox are now 3 wins and 2 losses in the 1966 retro season. And Cleveland is 3-1. This is Al Red Sox fan saying thank you very much. I'd like to give special shout outs to Elin and ID Gesture, who both joined me in the chat. And check out Elin's channel, EO Sports League, and they have the hockey conference final today, so check that out. And if you can't check it out live, check it out on demand, as I do, if I can't get there live. And also check out ID Gesture's channel, and that's I, D as in David, J, E, S as in Sam, T as in Tom, E, and R as in Robert. He's doing a wonderful series. It's a space simulation game, like strategy, and it's called Endless Space 2. So again, special thanks to Elin and ID Gesture. I'll be back probably to do another game. I don't know what season. I do like playing these baseball games. It relaxes me. It was a stressful day yesterday. The washer machine hose broke when I was cooking and water flooded the basement. And I had fun playing The Sinking of the Titanic until after 11:30 at night. Over 6 hours of joy. Anyway, take care, everyone. Health and happiness. God bless. See you soon. Bye-bye.